cover those emotions were to be a little more aggressive.
And insensitive.
Yeah, and to be angry about the situation opposed to dealing with how I was actually feeling at that point.
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
I do know for sure, when something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment.
Stop scrolling. Put down whatever you're doing. Because what 50 Cent just revealed isn't just a story, it's a full-blown Hollywood earthquake. According to the rapper, some of the biggest predators in the entertainment industry weren't just hiding in plain sight, they were allegedly shielded by Oprah herself, while Epstein-linked victims were silenced for years. Yes, the queen of daytime TV, billionaire philanthropist, cultural icon, allegedly protecting the very people the world hoped would be exposed. This makes the Kardashians family drama look like a polite bake sale. The internet is exploding. Twitter timelines are on fire. TikTok is flooded with memes so wild they make the Wolf of Wall Street look like a tutorial video. Every cryptic post, every emoji, every reaction is now part of a cultural trial by meme. And the craziest part? People are asking themselves, how deep does this rabbit hole really go? 50 Cent didn't drop hints. He dropped nuclear-level accusations. Alleged predators, hush money, and decades of silence, all exposed in one audacious reveal that has the entire entertainment industry squirming. Fans are shocked, critics are outraged, and the internet? The internet is spiraling, trying to process a story so explosive it makes every previous scandal look like child's play. Brace yourself, because this is just the beginning. The secrets, the names, the shady deals, they're all coming. And trust me, you won't be able to look away. The moment 50 Cent stepped into the digital arena, he didn't whisper. He screamed. He didn't hint. He exposed. And the target of his latest revelation? None other than Oprah Winfrey, allegedly shielding Epstein-linked predators while victims were silenced for years. Yes, the Oprah who built an empire on inspiration, generosity, and empowerment, now allegedly tangled in the darkest corners of Hollywood secrecy. If this were a movie, it would make House of Cards look like a children's storybook. It all started with a series of social media posts that ignited a wildfire. 50 Cent, never one to sugarcoat, didn't leave room for ambiguity. He directly accused a network of predators of operating under a veil of protection, one allegedly maintained by the queen of daytime herself. The timing was explosive. The claims hit the internet like a meteor, instantly dividing the public into factions. Skeptics, believers, outrage warriors, and meme creators. And yes, the memes went absolutely nuclear. One viral GIF showed Oprah holding a golden umbrella over shadowy figures labeled industry predators, while 50 Cent glared in classic side-eye, ready to drop justice like a boxing glove on a fragile
Ego.
Another TikTok trend reenacted Hollywood as a heist movie, with predators tiptoeing away with briefcases of secrets, only to be confronted by a CGI 50 Cent delivering his signature verbal haymaker. Fans weren't just sharing, they were participating, turning the scandal into a full-blown cultural event. Reactions came fast and furious. Celebrities posted cryptic statements, subtle emojis, and ambiguous captions that fueled speculation. Some offered faint support to victims. Others remained eerily silent, and every silence was dissected like it was a secret confession. Internet sleuths scoured past interviews, speeches, and appearances, hunting for clues about complicity, cover-ups, and the alleged predator network. The public didn't just watch the drama unfold, they became active participants in it, turning Twitter threads into virtual courtrooms. The pop culture analogies were instantaneous. Fans compared the scandal to The Godfather, casting Oprah as the mysterious matriarch pulling strings behind velvet curtains while predators tiptoed in shadows. Others likened it to Ocean's 11, imagining a criminally clever heist where the currency wasn't cash, but silence and influence. Even comedians and late-night shows jumped in, turning the outrageous allegations into sketch content that was both hysterical and terrifying. The narrative wasn't just news, it was theater, satire, and horror all rolled into one. But beyond memes and jokes, the allegations struck a nerve. If true, they suggested a Hollywood system where influence and fame could allegedly shield predators from accountability. Victims, according to 50 Cent, were silenced, their voices suppressed while the elite enjoyed untouchable privilege. The implications were staggering: decades of power dynamics, hush deals, and secret protections creating an ecosystem where predators could allegedly thrive, while public outrage was kept at bay. Fans immediately seized on every detail, from 50 Cent's choice of words to the subtle timing of his posts. Every emoji, every capitalization, every cryptic caption became fodder for debate, analysis, and viral content. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter turned into sprawling forums where users acted as detectives, theorists, and commentators simultaneously. People weren't just consuming the story, they were creating it, adding layers of drama, humor, and outrage at every turn. Mainstream media quickly followed, unable to ignore the cultural tsunami. News outlets ran headlines dissecting the claims. Pundits debated the ramifications, and analysis pieces examined potential legal consequences. Social media clips highlighted 50 Cent's direct, confrontational style, framing him as the fearless whistleblower daring to expose the untouchable. The public appetite was insatiable. Every day brought new reactions, memes, and viral posts that kept the narrative alive and escalating. The first reactions set the tone: outrage, disbelief, humor. And viral hysteria collided into a perfect storm. Fans speculated wildly who was involved, what was being protected, and how many secrets had remained hidden under the guise of influence. Social media became a digital courtroom, with users serving as judge, jury, and meme maker, dissecting every possible scenario, motive, and reaction. Even casual viewers who normally ignored celebrity drama were hooked, scrolling compulsively to catch the latest snippet of revelation or analysis. 50 Cent's audacity was central to the storm. By calling out one of the most untouchable figures in media history, he wasn't just generating headlines, he was creating a cultural reckoning. Whether these allegations hold up under scrutiny or evolve into legal investigations, the damage to perception is immediate. Social media commentary alone ensures the story won't fade. It will linger, twist, and explode in ways that traditional reporting could never match. The tension kept building. Each new meme, every cryptic celebrity post, and each mainstream news update added fuel to the fire. Analysts dissected the timing of 50 Cent's posts. Fans speculated on hidden motives, and the internet collectively decided that this was the scandal of the year. In comparison, every previous Hollywood controversy, from producer misconduct to celebrity feuds, suddenly seemed tame. And the craziest part? This was only the beginning. The initial exposure set the stage for escalating reactions, celebrity commentary, and viral chaos that would make the Wolf of Wall Street look like a quiet afternoon picnic. The internet had found its new obsession. A story where predators allegedly hidden by influence silenced victims, and a fearless whistleblower collided in perfect storm-level drama. By the end of this first wave, one thing was clear: 50 Cent had ignited a scandal that could not be ignored. Allegations, memes, commentary, and public outrage had transformed what might have been a fleeting rumor into a cultural juggernaut. The story had legs, viral, unrelenting, and absolutely insatiable. And as the scandal spreads, the questions keep multiplying. How deep does the alleged protection go? Who else is implicated? And how will victims finally get their voices heard? Social media is watching, mainstream media is dissecting, and fans? They're addicted, scrolling, and sharing as if their lives depend on it. The stage is set, the players are revealed, and the drama is far from over. Once 50 Cent's explosive allegations hit the internet, the response was instantaneous, relentless, and absolutely viral. Social media timelines morphed into digital battlefields. Every platform was ablaze with outrage, memes, analysis, and conspiracy theories that made Stranger Things upside down look like a friendly neighbor's backyard. The public wasn't just watching, they were participating, creating a narrative. So wild it could have been scripted by Hollywood itself. Memes went nuclear almost immediately. One trending GIF portrayed a shadowy puppet master Oprah controlling strings attached to shadowy figures labeled industry predators, while 50 Cent hovered like a cinematic vigilante ready to expose every hidden secret. Another viral TikTok recreated Hollywood as a giant heist movie, with predators tiptoeing through golden hallways with briefcases full of hush money, only to collide with a larger-than-life 50 Cent delivering verbal haymakers that made Rocky's training montages look tame. Even the audio clips became legendary dramatic music, slow-motion zooms, and voiceovers reading every shocking claim as if it were the season finale of a Netflix thriller. Celebrity reactions fueled the chaos further. Some cautiously expressed support for 50 Cent, posting cryptic heart emojis, sunglasses emojis, or subtle captions like "Truth always finds a way." Others seemed to shade him or remain ambiguous, posting messages that made fans dissect every word for hidden meaning. Power comes with responsibility. Not everyone gets it, or some secrets are darker than the spotlight. Every social media post became a puzzle piece, a breadcrumb in a growing trail of speculation. Fans were insatiable. TikTok users created reenactments where 50 Cent stormed shadowy boardrooms, confronting predators in dramatic slow-mo with CGI gavel hammers of justice. Instagram stories were flooded with polls asking, "Do you believe Oprah protected predators?" And "Was 50 Cent right or playing the long game?" Twitter threads exploded with endless debates, analyses, and conspiracy timelines, creating a narrative ecosystem where every emoji, post, and reaction contributed to a collective cultural investigation. Pop culture comparisons were instant and outrageous. Some likened the scenario to The Godfather, casting Oprah as the enigmatic matriarch controlling a criminal empire from behind velvet curtains while predators tiptoed in shadows. Others referenced House of Cards, with layered betrayal, hushed deals, and untouchable power, arguing that Hollywood's glitz was merely a facade hiding decades of systemic misconduct. Late-night comedians couldn't resist, turning elements into absurd sketches that were both hysterical and terrifying, further blurring the line between reality and performance. Public outrage was staggering. Allegedly silenced victims became a central point of discourse. Users dissected decades of interactions, interviews, and public statements, trying to detect subtle admissions or contradictions. The narrative implied a system where influence could allegedly shield misconduct, creating a perfect storm of accountability, speculation, and anger. Online debates became unhinged, fueled by viral GIFs, reaction videos, and commentary threads. Dissecting every potential angle, the financial and legal implications started surfacing. Media analysts speculated on brand partnerships, contracts, and reputational fallout. Could these allegations trigger lawsuits? Were non-disclosure agreements misused? And what about the ripple effects on Hollywood's ecosystem? Fans speculated endlessly, imagining hidden settlements, hush funds, and secret meetings where the allegedly protected predators allegedly plotted their next moves. This wasn't just scandal, it was a blueprint for public exposure and digital accountability. As the story escalated, conspiracy theories blossomed like wildfire. TikTok users created multi-part timelines comparing 50 Cent's social media activity with historical Hollywood controversies. One viral theory suggested the allegations were part of a master plan, 50 Cent positioning himself as the fearless digital era whistleblower while shaking the foundations of untouchable media titans. The line between reality, exaggeration, and performative virality blurred, creating an irresistible spectacle that made millions of viewers obsessively scroll for updates. The public appetite was insatiable. Hashtags like #IndustryPredators, #Oprah cover-up, and number 50 Cent exposes dominated every platform. Clips, memes, and reaction videos circulated endlessly, creating a viral feedback loop that ensured the scandal wouldn't fade. Even casual social media users were drawn in, consuming and sharing content with the intensity of fans binge-watching the latest true crime series. Every subtle post, cryptic tweet, or vague emoji reignited the discussion, keeping the story alive and escalating. Its cultural impact. Celebrity commentators entered the fray, further heightening the drama. Some celebrities subtly confirmed belief in 50 Cent's claims with heart emojis or supportive captions, while others remained silent, letting speculation amplify the tension. Every silence, every subtle comment, every reshared post became a data point for the public, feeding the viral frenzy and turning social media into an endless digital courtroom. By the end of this wave, the scandal had transformed from a single social media post into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Memes, commentary, outrage, celebrity reactions, and viral reenactments had merged into a self-sustaining ecosystem of suspense and drama. It was no longer just a story about alleged predator protection or silenced victims. It had become a participatory spectacle where millions of people actively shaped the narrative, adding layers of humor, outrage, and sensationalism to every angle. And the craziest part? This was just the middle of the storm. Reactions were still multiplying. Conspiracies were still forming, and the internet's appetite for scandal was insatiable. Every new revelation, emoji, or cryptic post added fuel to a fire that was already out of control. Fans and critics alike were glued, scrolling obsessively, debating endlessly, and sharing compulsively, ensuring the story remained viral, unrelenting, and absolutely impossible to ignore. The stage is set for the ultimate fallout. Reputations, legacies, and the balance of influence hang in the balance. With predators allegedly exposed, alleged protectors scrutinized, and 50 Cent positioned as the fearless whistleblower, the next chapter promises to be even more explosive. And when it hits, the internet, mainstream media, and every pop culture observer will be ready, eyes wide, hearts racing, and fingers poised to share every shocking twist. The storm isn't just raging, it's reshaping the landscape. The allegations 50 Cent dropped, claiming Oprah shielded Epstein-linked predators, had evolved from viral gossip into a full-blown cultural reckoning. Social media wasn't just buzzing. It was exploding, memes and commentary colliding like a Hollywood blockbuster with unlimited sequels. Every reaction, cryptic emoji, and viral clip was another nail in the coffin of perceived untouchability. The first casualties? Reputations. Oprah, long considered the queen of media and untouchable influence, suddenly faced scrutiny that could shake the foundations of her carefully curated public image. Headlines questioned her decisions, late-night hosts joked about her newfound villain arc, and meme makers didn't hold back. The internet, as always, is merciless, Photoshop, satire, and viral GIFs painted her as a puppet master orchestrating decades of silence. Every public appearance, interview, or caption was dissected for hidden meaning, turning every subtle gesture into potential proof of complicity. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's persona exploded to mythical proportions. Fans hailed him as the fearless whistleblower, the digital era truth teller, unafraid to call out even the most untouchable icons. Social media painted him as a cinematic hero standing on skyscrapers of power with gavel in hand, delivering verbal haymakers that exposed decades of hidden truths. Memes compared him to a mix of Batman, Rocky, and The Godfather, a man fighting alone against an empire of silence and corruption. His audacity made him a symbol, an unstoppable force in a culture desperate for exposure and accountability. The public reaction was unrelenting. Fans debated endlessly. Were these claims entirely true, partially exaggerated, or part of a larger strategic reveal? TikTok and Instagram became arenas for reenactments, some humorous, others chillingly realistic, showing predators sneaking through corridors labeled hush money and victims finally stepping into the light. Twitter threads mapped decades of alleged silence, creating timelines that suggested a systemic problem beyond one or two individuals. The scandal wasn't just entertainment, it was an indictment of influence, celebrity, and unchecked power. Legal and financial implications began to emerge. Analysts speculated on brand partnerships, contract clauses, and potential liability. Could allegations like these trigger lawsuits? Could settlements or non-disclosure agreements be challenged? Fans took it further, theorizing secret meetings, hush funds, and invisible corridors of Hollywood influence where power and privilege allegedly shielded wrongdoing. Every rumor became its own micro-story, feeding an endless cycle of speculation. Outrage and viral engagement. Celebrity reactions added even more fuel to the fire. Some stars posted subtle nods to 50 Cent's claims, using cryptic quotes or emojis to signal support. Others stayed silent, but their silence spoke volumes in the court of public opinion. Every ambiguous post was analyzed to death, adding layers of intrigue and suspense. Fans weren't just watching the story, they were participating, rating, reacting, and contributing to a viral narrative that made real-life drama feel like Netflix-level entertainment. Memes continued to dominate. One viral GIF showed Oprah behind a curtain labeled "Influence," while shadowy predators tiptoed through the spotlight and 50 Cent emerged like a vigilante hero, swinging a gavel labeled "Justice." Another depicted a cinematic chase scene, with social media users as the audience reacting, sharing, and adding commentary in real time. The scandal had transcended traditional news. It had become digital theater, participatory, explosive, and impossible to ignore. Beyond laughs and outrage, the cultural impact was profound. Discussions around power, influence, and accountability surged. Could fame really protect alleged predators? How many voices had been silenced over the years? And what precedent does this set for the future of celebrity accountability?
The story
Ignited conversations not just about individual actors, but about an entire ecosystem where power, privilege, and silence allegedly intersect. The fallout also reshaped public perception. Oprah's aura of invincibility was cracked, 50 Cent's image soared, and victims, finally visible, became central figures in a narrative that demanded attention. Social media served as both judge and jury, turning public outrage into tangible cultural pressure. Every meme, viral clip, and news segment reinforced the message: secrecy, influence, and untouchability can be challenged, and when they are, the world watches. Even after the initial frenzy, the story lingered. Viral threads, memes, reaction,